I have come here after the elections as my first visit. It's in keeping in tradition, also a continuation of Your Excellency's visit to Sri Lanka, because soon thereafter we went in for elections for a new parliament. This new parliament in Sri Lanka is unique and historic. We have a government formed by the two leading parties in Sri Lanka who has so far contended for power, at least from 1956 onwards. We are together for 2 years to see how we can work out a policy framework, an agreement on unity and reconciliation. The third largest party has now, as a result, taken over the leadership of the opposition, the TNA, and the fourth largest party has become the chief opposition whip. So we have a parliament in which all are being represented. And the changes we make to strengthen parliament will give them all a bigger role to play, so that parliament itself will be involved in this historic opportunity moment when, amongst others, we discuss how there can be stronger and deeper relations between Sri Lanka and India. So it is an all-party effort, and I am the first to come here conveying to you all, also to His Excellency, the desire of President Sirisena to continue this relationship. We have had a long discussion on the different areas which concern our two countries, which matter to our countries. We have briefed His Excellency and the Foreign Minister on the development on Geneva, a favorable outcome which will lead finally to the settlement of issues regarding human rights, reconciliation, where all Sri Lankans are treated equally. And we certainly look at the past, but together we look at the future. I must thank Your Excellency for the help given by your government in resettling and reconstruction in the northern and the eastern provinces. We are looking at how power sharing and devolution takes place within the constitution, within a unitary state, and there is still scope for much more to be done. This also gave us the opportunity to have deeper discussions in regard to security matters, of combating terrorism, and of ensuring security in the maritime areas of the Indian Ocean, how our armed forces and the police could work together. Peace and stability in the region is the key to our success. Whenever there is stability in the Indian Ocean, India and Sri Lanka prosper. And when there is instability, we get affected. But together with peace, we are also we've looked at further cooperation between our two countries, a permanent agreement on cooperation on economic affairs with emphasis on trade and investment, and also on technology, which is essential for development. I think we are in a unique position that this government has a mandate from the people to continue trade and investment arrangements with India and for technological development together with the other countries. We hope this will lead to the next step, where the private sector from both sides could cooperate. We have been talking on these issues for a very long time. So we think by end of this year, the two sides should at least come to an agreement in principle and a framework documents, and certainly by mid next year, we should have the agreements in place. Now, we have to remember that economic cooperation between India and Sri Lanka is nothing new. That this has been going on for over 2,500 years. And if we didn't have trade between India and Sri Lanka, the two traders, Tapassu Balluka, would not have come to Sri Lanka carrying a hair relic of the Lord Buddha. So trade has in all its means been conducive to the development of Sri Lanka and to our program of creating 1 million jobs in the next 5 years. We've had the occasion of discussing the issue of fisheries in the Pork Strait and the need for the fishermen on both sides who are also related to have discussions and hopefully conclude it within a time-bound framework. From there onwards, there are opportunities for all of us to develop in that region also. Tourism was the other area of cooperation that we've been discussing. So this is just a beginning of discussions, because we hope by mid next year we'll be able to conclude all the agreements and to have the Prime Minister and his key leaders all back ministers in Sri Lanka, from which our new relationship can go to a higher level. So I would like to thank the Prime Minister on behalf of the government, on behalf of the President, for all the cooperation given to us. And I'd like to thank you again on behalf of the ministers here and my wife for all the hospitality that has been given to us in yesterday and today. Thank you very much.
I invite to stage our Honorable Mananiya Prime Minister, Mananiya Narendra Modi ji. May I give us a standing ovation.